Hey guys, I wanted to do a video to help any of you out if you are coming back into university or starting the semester again and you just want to stay on track and like not go crazy, because I know how easy it can be. So I've actually written down my top tips for doing that kind of thing, because I really do have like 5 or 6 tips which you should write down if you are really wanting to stay on track for the first few weeks. And then once you're in it for the first few weeks, it's usually fine. It's just transitioning from being at home and being in such a comforting, luxurious, nice lifestyle where you can like eat the food you want, especially because it was Christmas, into routine and goals, and kind of summer is near, and you know, like, I don't know. So this is what this video is about. So in my red organized file book, which I went and bought the other day, because nothing makes me feel more organized than buying new stationery. My tip number 1 is start doing it. That's kind of like meaning to say that even if you're not that person who goes to gym, if you don't have that reputation, you're not like the gym girl, you're not the gym bunny, whatever, go and get it. It's great if you can change your environment to everybody around you, associating you with like health and the gym and that kind of thing, because even little comments like when you're walking around, someone says, oh, like, did you just come back from the gym? Stuff like that really helps your mindset to kind of think like, yeah, this is who I am, this is what I'm meant to be doing. You wake up every morning, you're like, okay, I'm meant to be that gym girl now, that like everybody says, you're going to the gym, or like, what did you do at the gym? Then you kind of start fulfilling out that role, or it makes it a lot easier to fulfill that role, just because the way people speak to you, the way you're treated. If you're like going out and drinking all the time, people are gonna be like, hey, you coming out? Like, come, like, no, it's fine, which is great. Obviously you wanna have a social life and you wanna keep your friends, but the more you can try and publicly be that healthy girl, having healthy foods, like trying to stay away from fizzy drinks, people will just associate you more with it. And you might also actually end up meeting people who are more like-minded to what you're trying to do. It might motivate you more to go to the gym. You might like meet somebody who says, oh, you go to the gym all the time, right? Like, I'm going to the gym. And then you can like, it's more motivating and you can get into a really, really good routine. My second point, which is probably the most important one overall, is to just plan so that you don't mess up. So for example, you love it when I state the obvious. For example, my thing which I slip up the most with is food. Like, if I'm out and about and I'm hungry, obviously if I'm hungry, I'm just gonna go to the store and buy a sandwich. So I need to plan. Like, personally for myself, I love meal prepping. I am not really good that way. If I'm intuitively eating, it means my brain's kind of like, oh, I can eat anything and everything. Pass me 7 Oreos and that Krispy Kreme, cool. Which is not really something you want to be doing if you're trying to look fit and healthy and get lean. So what I like to do is buy a new diary, which I went and did. So the Born Fitness team calculated my new macros for the next 5-6 weeks of fat burn. That's my fat burn stage. And I'm at about 1,700 calories. What I do is I go onto my Fitness Pal, and then I'll sit down and I'll think of my favorite foods that I want to be eating, and I'll add them into the diary in my food day and change up how much I should be having and how often I should be eating according to whether it's hitting my calories. Write it up. I love color coding, writing, basically just sitting down and being an organized freak. This was for the other day, on the day I got back to university, and I just wrote down all my meals and when I'm going to be having them, and the amounts of everything that I'm going to be having. It's just good if you haven't been in a routine for a while to do something like that, because it just kind of like throws you back into it and like puts you in like full steam ahead, which is something I really like. My third one, which is probably my easiest, is go. So go to the gym. I actually feel like it is easy as it sounds. You can't think of going to the gym as like this long withdrawn, like, oh my god, I'm gonna be there for hours, it's gonna be so boring. Think about it step by step. So just think, okay, I'm just gonna put on my trainers, I'm just gonna put on my leggings, my sports bra, my jumper, my coat, I'm just gonna walk out the door, I'm just gonna walk to the gym, I'm gonna get to the gym, okay, I'm gonna warm up, now I'm gonna start, and then once you start, you will just finish. If you think about the whole workout, then yeah, you probably will stop, because you're like, I can't do this for another half an hour. Just think about completing that one and moving on to the next one. Plan out when you're gonna go and just do it. Fourth, okay, junk food. If you've just got back to uni and you know that junk food is an issue for you, stay clear of it. I am all for balanced eating, eating, you know, like in moderation, having the junk food when you want it, having good sweets, yummy food, all that when you want it. But my tip is, if you've just got back to uni and you've just left home, it's been Christmas, you've done all of that, then just cut it out for the first couple weeks. You want to be at a level where you're like, okay, I've been really good for the last 2 weeks, now I can start adding it back in again. If I do have like a bite of a cookie or like a slice of cake, whatever, I'm like, oh, this is a treat, like this is really nice. After the first 2 weeks, personally, go for it. Have the bite of the cookie, have the slice of cake, have the free, you know, slice of pizza, whatever. but just for the time being, to kind of like hone in on your self-control and your healthiness and your positivity and your cleanse, whatever you want to call it, I personally would say just cut it out for now. Now, when it comes to after dinner cravings, that is like my absolute weakness. I'm always craving stuff after dinner. I do have a few tips for that. My number one thing which always helps is like, if you're like, oh my god, I'm craving so much, I'm literally gonna go and eat like a tin of cookies, like this is awful, then go make yourself a bowl of Greek yogurt with some sweetener and like strawberries, because it's sweet, it's creamy, and it's really filling, so it's likely to curb any cravings. That's particularly why I like having the sweetener in it, because it like gives me that kind of like sugar satisfaction. Sparkling water with lemon juice, the bubbles, like because it's carbonated, it kind of like fills your tummy up. And tea always helps me, or chewing gum, and drink a lot of water. A lot of the time when we're hungry, it's actually thirst. You should never, I just want to clarify, you should never be hungry. Like if you're craving because you're hungry, then you should eat like a good meal. Alcohol. I said that really weird. Alcohol. Do I drink? Yes, I do drink. My top tip for alcohol is drink vodka. I don't know if I can like even legally advertise vodka. If you want to drink, vodka has like the least amount of calories. I think that's why they call it like a skinny bitch if you have it with like tonic as well. It's empty calories, so it doesn't have any carbs, protein or fats in it. In contrast to beer, which is like really high in calories, and it's very like a lot of carbs. It's the same as wine, and wine is actually kind of worse because wine is also full of sugar. So not only is it maybe potentially like 400-500 calories a glass, it's also, it's all carbs, which isn't necessarily like a bad thing, but I would rather get my carbs from food, to be honest, and it's full of sugar. So the next day when you're hungover, you feel way worse because you're also kind of like on a sugar come down. So if you can, go for vodka, and also you drink less of it, so you won't be like chugging it down. You can have like a nice glass of vodka with, I usually like it with sparkling water and lemon. But I also like tonic, so I usually have that too. Going out wise, it's worthwhile going out on like Saturday night, for example, and then resting Sunday and not going to the gym, and like completely taking it easy and chilling, because it's still so important to have a social life. It's so important to like go out, see your friends. Like this is a time where you're meant to be partying and having fun. So if you're gonna go out, do it. Just take the responsibility and make sure you factor in when you are gonna go to the gym and do your thing. The devil with alcohol is the drunken cravings. If you're gonna do it, prepare food for your house. Like if you can't cold turkey, just not do that. Like if you can't go out, have a good time, come back and just go to sleep, which is obviously the best thing for like drink a gallon of water and then go to sleep. If you can't do that, prepare a meal in your house before that you know you can eat. So like whilst your flatmate or whoever you're living with is eating the cake, you can sit there with your sweet potato and your boiled eggs. Yeah, have something home that you can eat when you get back, even if it's like a protein bar. Like honestly, just have that rather than gorging on like Kit Kats. This is if you are really kind of in the stage where you are like really trying to self-control. So if you're kind of like used to being healthy and like going to the gym and like you trust yourself with food and like you will make the healthier options, then you're fine, and I wouldn't really recommend this to you. This is kind of like an extreme tip. For me, a really good useful thing for a while was leaving my card at home. I left my card at home. I had no money, like I had no cash on me, and I didn't need any cash. I would always drink water, and they have water fountains at the library, and I would always bring my packed lunch with me. And that is what I would just be eating every day. So bringing my card out meant that I would only go to the shop and just buy like sweets and chocolate. If I don't have my card, I can't. Like I literally can't, so you have to stay on track. But then again, I just realized there's stupid Apple Pay now, so you can, don't leave your phone at home because you need your phone. So I don't know, make that one what you will. But that was like really, that was a good tip for me, which I found, because like it would mean I would have to like ask my friends to borrow money. Anyway, so those are basically my top 6 tips about how to stay healthy at university, how to avoid alcohol, cravings, that kind of thing. I've now got a Born Fitness workout for you guys. I hope you enjoyed that, and let me know if you have any questions down below. And I would love to know if you've got any like ideas for staying healthy at uni, because like these are just mine, like that I've come up with, but I want to know yours because I could do with help for myself. So yes. Okay, tip 1 to motivating yourself when you wake up at 6 a.m. on a Sunday or whatever day you're getting up and you've only had 5 hours of sleep, because that's my situation right now. Step 1, put on loud, motivating music if you can, because I swear if I didn't have like music going off in the background, I wouldn't be able to peel myself out of bed. So I just went to Spotify and I've just put that on. It looked motivating. And it sounds pretty good. I've made a tea. Green tea is caffeinated and I don't have coffee in the house, so I'm drinking this. I've also made myself a bottle of water, which has got my glutamine from Protein World in it. And now I'm going to finish doing my makeup and head to the gym to film this workout for you guys to show you exactly what I do at the moment when I fat burn. Guys, why are there so many people at my gym? It's like 6:20 on a Sunday. Substantial amount, maybe 6 or 7. I honestly thought I thought it was gonna be ghost town. Getting so excited, I wanted some personal one-on-one time with her. Guess not. Luckily, even though my gym's busy, there's no one on the gym floor bit, so we have a little bit of privacy this morning. Finish up with filming. I'm now gonna head to the library, get a new library card because I lost mine. Head to Sainsbury's and get more of those kidney beans or like beans because I made this most unbelievable dinner, like kidney beans, it's all in the video, but like, wow, so good. So I've just got back from the shop and I bought a hell of a lot of cleaning supplies and things like towels, some chamomile tea because that's my latest obsession, antibacterial, surface wipes. So I'm going to be using them to clean everything, tin foil, washing up liquid, and I needed to get some more of that 1 calorie spray oil when I make eggs and like for the pan to make it not sticky. So right now I'm gonna get to work cleaning this all up, and they didn't have, I was meant to have Greek yogurt with pomegranate seeds, which is like my favorite snack, but Sainsbury's didn't have Greek yogurt or pomegranate seeds, which I would like to make an official complaint about. I got this Onken 1.5% fat natural yogurt. Try and shuffle around my macros, see what I can do to get this in and have it with some Truvia and probably raspberries. I'm a chef. I'm announcing it here first and foremost. I want to let you guys know this is a special thing for me. I'm a chef. I wanted to make something a little bit different, so I decided to make tomato puree with red kidney beans, green peas, and then some all-purpose seasoning, salt, and blah blah blah. And it tastes so good. So I'm having this with, and I also added paprika, all-purpose seasoning, and salt. Some salt right there, and then chicken thighs. I am officially knackered. I'm gonna shower, put on my pajamas, and go to sleep because I need some shut-eye right now.
It's my first time using